Hey y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides and Herd Athletics. Here we go. You know, people ask me, why do you watch Talking Elite Fitness? Why do you watch Brian Friend? I've made it my job to update y'all on everything going on in the space. So I watch all the shows, even if I would rather not. I listen to the CrossFit haters, the people that threaten to sue us because words hurt their feelings, the people who went really hard against CrossFit and Dave Castro this past year, who are now saying, oh, I wish everyone could just get along. I wish everyone could just work together.
I would love if like a World Fitness Project event could one day be a qualifying semifinal.
Agreed. It's like, what's that old saying? It's like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now we got too many people just wanting to go alone.
You are the ones that literally caused the division with all of the complaints and all of the demands and all of the black squares. They weren't open to conversations. They wanted what they wanted, and that was it. Now, all of a sudden, that they know new ownership might be coming in, changes might be made, there might be a way for them to weasel their way back in. Now they want everyone to work together. Like, give me a break. I call bullshit. The boys interrupted, Justin Medeiros, Jason Hopper, Dallin Pepper, James Sprague, were all on their podcast, and they were talking about the WFP.
March to June, where you're trying to qualify and do the two WFPs, it's always going to be like this rut for these athletes now.
I don't know. I'm having questions about next year coming off this year. I mean, I've had a ton of fun, but it's hard for me to train to be better.
And then you have Adam Neifer, Daniel Brandon's coach, who was on with Sevan the other day, and he said this.
Coming off the game, she wasn't like, not that she didn't train hard. She definitely did train hard, but it just didn't mean as much to her. You know, that World Fitness Project stopped too. Like, it didn't mean as much to her as going out and doing well at the games did.
And then you have Will Morad going on podcasts yet again, saying the most absurd things.
I don't think that our competitions would be a semifinal event. I think you couldn't really make a WFP event, a tour event. You know, it's a world class tour, and we have the best in the world. So I could see maybe in some world the games becoming a part of our season and one of our main tours because we have the exact same roster.
I mean, the dude is just living on another planet. And then now he's saying that we are trying to all coordinate some sort of smear campaign.
There's a lot of people in the space that want clicks and they want separation and they want animosity, and that's a part of their deliverable for whoever's employing them, is to create that. And I said smear campaign on my last thing, and I think that that's pretty accurate.
How about no, Willie? Take a little bit of accountability. We're not competing with CrossFit, but we are competing with CrossFit. We changed the drug testing policy months ago when they really didn't. They changed it the day that we all found out. We didn't ask for exclusivity, but you did before the season started. You were asking agents and athletes. And when they pushed back, you changed your mind. And just admit that you did all those things. And then maybe you would get a little bit more respect from the community. Andrew Hiller ended up clipping a bit from that, put it on his Instagram. And Jenna Hawka, the chief marketing officer for CrossFit, commented, "Come along, kids. We're going to the circus." The rest of the comments in that are not favorable as well. He misspoke. This can't be real. Oh my God, this must be AI. On the Wednesday Barbell Spin show, Spin mentioned that the World Fitness Project approached Wodipalooza, trying to see if they would be interested in being a tour stop.
Now, what's interesting is they approached Wodipalooza and they were turned down. Dylan is sticking with the CrossFit. They partner with CrossFit on doing 26.3.
Patrick Vellner, he was on with Pedro of Coffee Pods and Wads. And it's the same old thing. It's like he's always on a campaign to just shit on all things CrossFit. He's passive aggressive. He's condescending at times. It's just not the charming Patrick Vellner that he used to be.
Is like maybe the quiet part that needs to be said more loudly is that we don't know what the new ownership is going to do. Like, all of this effectively means nothing. Like I half listened for most of it just to see what the season was. But until new ownership takes over and puts a stamp of approval on that, or says, hey, we don't like that, we're going to do this thing, I honestly don't really feel like it's worth that much effort and time to understand it. I only say that because I don't know anything about the new ownership, but I know a lot about the current ownership. And the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. And it was frankly surprising to see them come do that at Wodapalooza, because they've really shown no interest in working with Wodapalooza for many years.
And he paints this picture as if the reason that people are giving him trouble, or a few other of the athletes who decided to forego the CrossFit Games season, is solely just because they're choosing to do World Fitness Project.
Not that he said it's not fair, but that it's not cool, or I don't know what the words he used, but that people are attacked for going to the Will Morad Fitness League. And that's his story. That's not the story that's out in the ether. No one cares if James Sprague does the games and WTF. No one cares if someone just does WTF. Like, no one cares. People are bummed you're doing WTF if you did it as a protest or to shit on CrossFit. That's the nuance there. But it felt like that they were doing it like they were doing a fuck you to CrossFit to do WTF. And that was the criticism. And so to miss that nuance, and he's over there thinking that he's fighting about one thing, that people are upset that he did WTF. No, people are just like, hey, dude, you built a career 10 years off of CrossFit, and now you're shitting. It appears like you're shitting where you eat.
I went to one of the World Fitness Project events. Hiller went. Tyler went. There's a lot of athletes doing World Fitness Project that we support. You go on to blame people like us in the media and say it's us that's causing the division. No, we're just calling you out on your bullshit. James Sprague was on with Sevan the other morning. They talked a little bit about this interview. Sevan just wanted to get it off his chest, I guess.
He didn't like the way Lazar Jukic's death was handled. I think we all didn't like the way Lazar Jukic's death was handled. And I don't think anyone was more vocal about it than the people on this podcast. Only one place on the internet that I know of looked at both sides of Lazar's death. There was the incompetence that happened on the game side, and then there's the athlete who actually drowned and what actually happened to him. And what's frustrating is that this side that Pat's on never, not once has addressed that issue. Not once. We have said 1,000 times we didn't like the way the games handled it. We wish there would have been 20. How big of a deal would it have been to have one lifeguard for every athlete? Could have totally been done. You've never looked at both sides. And half the people on Pat's side, when they talk about Lazar's death, they don't even say Lazar's name. It's like they're afraid to say his name. And both sides have to be looked at so that it doesn't happen again. He wants to see the transparency so he can put the blame on something or have some closure to it. He just all his complaints are mischaracterized or just wrong.
But James makes a really good point here.
From his perspective, a lot more has happened in the CrossFit space that made him want to move away. But I would also think, if you move away, stay away. Don't come back. Like, if that's your stance, don't come back the next year.
They talked about the time that Daniel Brandon spent at the gym when James was living in Jacksonville.
Did you leave Brute Jacksonville because of her?
No.
Did you leave
No,
there
not at
because
all.
of any athlete dynamics?
I mean, I didn't prefer Matt and her in the gym. It was a distraction. And I would tell them both that. But that's not why I left at all. I know why she left Matt. In that whole situation, she was she couldn't separate boyfriend and coach.
And then James Sprague accidentally broke the news that Matt Torres, Ty Jenkins, and Dallin Pepper are all going to be relocating and moving away from Jacksonville.
Matt Torres is moving away from Jacksonville, and so is Ty. So to TBD where Dallin goes. I don't think he's announced it yet where he's going and when. But I think Dallin's ready to embark on the next phase of his career, which is doing it somewhere else.
I thought, well, what about Fee?
Not slow down, but will she follow wherever Torres goes?
No, I don't think anyone's going to follow Torres where he's going.
Oh, he's going to Morocco?
No, he's going to, I don't think I'm supposed to say.
So sounds like Fee's probably going to be staying. On the barbell spin this week, they had J.R. Howell on, event director of the Crucible, to talk about all of the events.
We teased the workouts, Crash Crucible. Got Colton Mertens, Trista Smith, Mason Griffin.
He is hot as fuck as well.
That too.
Which certainly helps.
Erica Folo. Who else?
Late edition Chris Ibarra, which is a good addition.
I was watching this live and I happened to open my phone and check out Instagram. And Colton must have been watching the show live as well because he posted this reel.
Oh, poor Colton. Poor Colton. The box is so tall and he's so short. Motherfuckers.
Look at
I
this.
love
You
my
just-
corgis.
Look, Colin's going to morning.
No, come on. You know what? If you have to go to morning chalk up from that, then you're not as
Where
mentally
are you
tough as I thought
going?
you were, Cole.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you haven't checked that show, go check that out on the Barbell Spin. I do know that Sevan is also probably going to be doing a Crash Crucible preview before we all head to Spartanburg. They've been doing blind rankings lately on the show that have nothing to do with CrossFit. And this week it was dog breeds.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Rah. That's right.
I can't with the noises they make all the time.
Hold on. You think, should I go get them?
No.
Should I go get them? Give them some sign. They're in the garage right now because they won't stop barking. But
I hear him.
But this blind ranking sucked. Barbell Spin also said he doesn't like Frenchies. And I have a Frenchie and he's amazing. So that's why I think it sucks.
That dense bitch?